Hey, what up everyone, this is MandoAllDay back with another video, and in this video I'll be doing my cosmetic trial and build guide for Kitty Pryde. Again, this is my cosmetic trial and build guide for Kitty Pryde without using any infinity points, so let's get right into it. So the first thing you want to do with these enemies is just use your any of the power except for your signature. You can do your A power, D power, or F power. The key thing is just kill these enemies, are very easy. You can do S power if you want, but I would suggest for your S power, or my S power as I usually call it, make sure you have full spirit or energy, however you want to call it. For these enemies is very simple. All you do is you activate your S, G, H is signature, and then just do massive damage, just like so, and then just do your other powers. These like more difficult enemies, and that's really it. Kitty Pryde's she's pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie. She can be a little weak, be warned, but she is fun nonetheless. So for killing these enemies, very easy. So again, D, F, you can do A. Now, when you activate your S, make sure S power, make sure you have its full maxed out spirit. And then S, G, and signature. These enemies right here. D, F. So very simple. Perfect. So it's very easy with her. You just gotta know some of her powers. My G power is her buff, so do not activate that. Only you activate her signature. So these guys are very easy to defeat. So you get S, G, signature. G and signature always go together, or you get that buff, that damage bonus. And then now just defeat Madam Hydra. That's simple. And we still have like 3 seconds or 2 seconds or like about 4 seconds to spare when defeating Miss Madam Hydra. So again, this is very simple rotation, simple build. Kitty Pryde is pretty good. So if you guys, I know some of you have been asking for Kitty Pryde for quite a while, and all I can say is she's fun. I like her. S, Mr. G, H. Look at that, easy peasy. Oh no, okay, that's alright. Bring my team up over here. You always have to do that, so that way your team up can follow you. That way when you start hitting the enemy, you actually hit the enemy and your team up hits the enemy as well too. So keep that in mind. It's annoying, trust me, I know, because it annoys me all the time, but it is what it is, you know. And that's it. Perfect. Where you at? Where you at, Miss Madam Hydra? So, just like so. So we get S, G, H, easy. And the reason you do S, or my S power, and then G is because her S power gives you a buff. And when it comes to the build guide, I'll explain it more in detail why I do it like that, because that way you'll take advantage of that buff that the S power gives you, and also the G power gives you a buff too. And you incorporate that with a signature, you do lots of basically stack up your damage, so which is always a good thing. So really easy. Over here, here, and then we're gonna do again. So same rotation, S, G, signature. Perfect. Come over here. And then bring your team up. This one didn't come over here, but it's okay. And just attack this person. So fairly easy. Kind of like a random, but the next character is Carnage. If you want to play with Carnage, try out Carnage. You can try out Carnage at the test center, so I highly recommend downloading the test center. It is free, and you can kind of get an idea how he's gonna play. So far, he's pretty cool, but again, it is a test center. Think of it like it's beta, so things will probably change. So keep that in mind. Why is it stuck there? Okay.
Coming at you like a freight train.
Come in, there we go. So Carnage is okay, but again, it was on test center, so things will change, and I'm pretty sure they will. I'm hoping they will, because it wasn't bad. It was just it was kind of like a Nick Fury. It was nothing fancy, nothing exciting. It was just another character basically. Which is sad to say, because Carnage looks pretty good. He has good visuals, but nothing. Yeah, it was nothing special. But I don't know. Hopefully they update him or do some changes to him. That way he's more enjoyable. So again, with these enemies, same thing. D. These enemies are very simple. So same thing as the other rotation, which is enemies. The first wave of enemies are easy. Second, a little more tough. For the first wave, you can use any power, just don't use signature. And then, as I said it, S, G, H. Just do lots of damage. Hopefully you kill these enemies. If not, you'll just kill them with these powers here. And easy. There we go. So, fairly easy with her. Alright, here, D, F. I like about her D and F powers because it does a lot of area damage, which is very, very useful. Oh, thank you. And signature, look at that. Perfect. Thank you, Quicksilver. The reason why I chose Quicksilver's team up is because he does his power that brings all the enemies together, which is really, really good because her signature power does a lot of area damage, so having the enemies all together at once is very beneficial. So if you have Quicksilver, I highly recommend him because it makes things much easier with Kitty Pryde. This will be easy too because they're all close bunched up here. So here, and then signature. Look at that. And then 20 seconds left so until we start attacking Red Skull. Come on. Perfect, and then just start doing your damage to Red Skull here. So the same thing as before, very, very simple rotation.
I shall wipe your kind from the earth.
So, not bad. Like that. And I gotta wait for the cooldown of my signature. I'm thinking, should I do my signature now or wait? I have a feeling the... Oh, darn it. I didn't get my G power, so I didn't really get the full effect of my... it's okay. I didn't get the full effect of my signature. I didn't activate G for some reason, but it's alright. It's okay. When we do ultimate, we're gonna get a really huge damage slash. As you incorporate G power, S power, and G power, and you do ultimate, you do lots of damage. So I'm excited for that. Okay, so here we go. The ultimate. I like that. Lots of damage. Thank you, Miss Kitty Pryde. See, again, that's the fortunate part is that sometimes your team up does follow you, sometimes it doesn't, so be aware of that. Which is unfortunate. I hate it, but it is what it is, I guess. So we're almost done. Perfect. Just like before. S, G, H.
No way, Jose.
There we go. We're probably going to use S power and G just to be on the safer side, and yeah, just like that. Not too bad. Almost close. It was very close, but we would have managed to complete Cosmic Trials. So there you go, 3 Cosmic and 2 Uniques. And just to show you, no Infinity Points were used at all. Alrighty, that concludes my Cosmic Trial. Then on to the build guide.
Guys, check it out. Something big.
That's what she said. Now onto the build guide. So the first thing we're going to look at are the artifacts. So the first artifact is Top Secret Hydra Training Manual. I'm using this for the Brutal Strike rating, the physical damage rating, and the health increase. Plus also 2, become invisible and gain +9 fighting for 3 seconds when your health drops below 40%, which is really good because this artifact grants you great stats for Kitty Pryde, but also for the +9 fighting when you drop below 40% health. As you know, Kitty Pryde's main attributes are fighting and intelligence, so having that, this artifact grants you +9 fighting when you drop below 40% health is really good, but also this also grants you great stats. Next is the Book of Demonicas. I'm using this for the +3 to all attributes, but also when you hit with a basic power, gain +30 damage rating for 3 seconds, which stacks up to 25 times, which is really good. And to me personally, I feel this is essential for Kitty Pryde because she doesn't really have a high damage rating. So having this Book of Demonicas to increase your damage rating when you hit with a basic power, which is my main spender, is really good. That way you increase your base damage rating and you can do a lot of damage. Next is Medallion, which I'm using is Red Skull Medallion. I'm using this for the brutal damage rating. When you brutally strike, gain +2 durability, +2 strength, and +2 fighting. Maybe not the best medallion for Kitty Pryde, but this is what I use for right now. Next is Crossbone Teaching Credentials. I'm using this for the +2 intelligence, the critical hit rating. When you land a critical hit, gain 520 brutal damage rating for 5 seconds, which stack up to 3 times. This also increases your damage rating to melee powers, range powers, and increases your brutal strike rating. Overall, really good stats for Kitty Pryde. Next is Skrull Nick Fury's Eye Patch. I'm using this for the +2 intelligence, the damage rating to increase 2 bosses, defense rating increase, health increase, and +1 durability. Really good stats for Kitty Pryde. Excuse me. And for the Forge, 800 defense and have the power of Dupe Blessing. For Legendary, I'm using Excalibur. I'm using this for the damage rating increase to melee powers, defense rating, the critical hit rating, but also to the regenerate 200 health when you hit. For the Ring, I'm using Bloodstone Demon Band. I'm using this for the physical damage rating increase, +1 fighting, intelligence, and durability, and defense rating increase. Now, as I mentioned, slots, I have 3 cosmic and 2 uniques. Slots 2, 3, and 4 are Kitty Pryde's cosmic items, and then slot 1 is her unique, and slot 5 is Mask of Algrim unique. I'm using this for the damage rating increase, the damage reduction, but this also grants you +1 fighting, +2 durability, and increases your critical hit rating, critical damage rating. So this is a pretty decent unique. For the costume, Kitty Pryde modern costume.
What's the holdup?
For Catalyst, I have it to where I gain 418 health when you hit an enemy, physical damage rating increase, and +3 intelligence. After using signature power, gain 1000 damage rating. This is a cosmic. Crafted affixes, critical damage rating as always. Mutation bonus, when you use your signature power, gain 1000 defense rating for 5 seconds, which is really good. And visual is Gold X-Men Spotlight for 3 seconds when you brutally strike. For Insignia, I'm using Insignia of Gamora. When you hit with any power, you and your allies gain 265 melee damage rating and brutal damage rating for 8 seconds, which is really good, but this also grants me health increase and defense increase. And for Flourish, I'm using Mystical Medalla Flourish. It looks something like that, which I think looks cool. And for the pet, I only have one thing on here, which is +2 durability. And for Team Up, Quicksilver. Now for the powers I use, top to bottom, left to right. Martial arts combo. Walking through walls, excuse me, sorry. Watch your step. Logan style. Just phase. Phasing samurai. Shadow and flame. And phased out. Signature. Again, no infinity points were used. Now for the hero synergies, Doctor Doom for the signature power damage increase, Electro for the physical damage and damage to bosses increase, Hawkeye for the move speed and critical damage rating increase, Luke Cage for the defense rating multiplier increase and physical damage increase, Moon Knight for the critical hit rating multiplier to physical powers, Nightcrawler for the melee power damage increase, Rogue for the health on hit, 1 lockhead or spirit, on hit. Squirrel Girl for the damage to bosses increase. War Machine for the +10 spirit increase and +1 fighting, and Wolverine for the brutal strike and brutal damage increase. Now for the talents and traits, as you can see, they're all the same one, which is all the left side, but I'll go over them. For the first row is solo training. You send Lockhead away, preventing the use of Lockhead powers except for solo training. Shadow and Flame consumes all Lockhead energy, increasing damage by 0.3% per point spent, and its buff effect now applies to all powers. So what this does is, with this talent, you completely no longer have Lockhead, so I'll show you what it looks like without it. So without this talent, you have your Lockhead right here, little dragon, but with this on, it completely removes Lockhead. But when you use Shadow and Flames, which is my S power, it consumes all of Lockhead energy, which is the spirit, and increases the damage by 0.3% per point spent. So meaning that when you use your Shadow and Flame at max, you increase your damage rating by 0.3% per point spent, but also too, the buff effect now applies to all powers. So when I'll do the rotation at the very end, but that's very, very good and very essential. For the second row is Phase Insights. Activating Watch Your Step or Phasing Samurai increases critical damage by 40% for 5 seconds. Effect stacks up to 2 times. So in short, it's kind of self-explanatory. When you activate Watch Your Step or Phasing Samurai, which is my D power and F power, you increase your critical damage by 40% for 5 seconds, and it stacks up to 2 times. So again, pretty self-explanatory. For the third row, it is Brutal Combat. Heartbreaker deals 1% more damage per 1% of target's missing health. It's irrelevant because I don't use Heartbreaker, but I'm using this for Logan style, always critically hits. So my A power always critically hits. That's the only reason I'm using Brutal Combat. Fourth row is Phase Rush. Walking through the walls gains the following effects: physical damage, 3,000 twice per second. It restores Lockhead energy, which is really good, and I gain an extra charge of movement. So now I have 4 instead of 3. And for the fifth row is Continuous Assault. Phased Out, which is signature, lasts longer, increases the number of hits to 6. So in short, it just increases the duration, and it does 6 hits now when you activate signature. Now let's go into the rotation. It's pretty self-explanatory, but the first one is Martial Arts Combat. That's my main spender. Looks like that. Alright, so I guess as my rotation is A, which is Logan style, D and F. D is Watch Your Step, and F is my Phasing Samurai. Activate it whenever you can. So it's A, D, F. Alright. Now, as I mentioned in Cosmic Trial, you always want to activate Shadow and Flame when you have full Lockhead energy, because due to this talent right here, which when you have full maxed out, your damage is increased by 0.3% per point spent, and the buff effect now applies to all powers. So I guess this is my second rotation, which is when you're going to activate, which is my second rotation, which includes my signature, is when you activate Shadow and Flames, make sure your G power, which is just a phase, is not in cooldown. Same with signature. That way, when you activate Shadow and Flame, you gain a damage bonus of 10%. Okay, for 10 seconds, which is good. And plus, when it's fully maxed out on Lockhead energy, your damage is increased even more. And then when you activate just a phase, your attack and total damage is increased by 25%. Right, and the duration is 3 seconds. And you incorporate all of that, then you activate your signature. So it looks something like this. So first, you gotta make sure you have full Lockhead energy. Once you do, just go right into it. Shadow and Flame, just phase, and then signature. Looks something like this. All right. Why? That way you can take advantage of the buff that you get from Shadow and Flames, just a phase, and when you activate your signature power does a lot of damage. And just repeat. And then just after that, just do the first rotation, which is Logan style, Watch Your Step, Samurai, Phasing Samurai, and then main spender. And repeat. And then just keep doing that. And then after that, same second rotation. Just like so. Look at that, just milling right there. So Just like I said, very easy rotation, really simple build. Kitty Pryde is pretty good. I would say just be careful though, she is a bit weak and a bit fragile. Very similar to Magneto, but overall she can be fun if you have the great items and great rolls for your items, because some of these are not really good rolls. You can increase your stats pretty high and you can do a lot of damage. So yeah, that concludes my build guide for Kitty Pryde. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. If you guys enjoy this build guide for Kitty Pryde, leave it in the comment section below. If you want to keep up to date with my channel, with new content, please do subscribe to my channel. Not only does it help the channel grow, but also means a lot to me as well. And yeah, that concludes my build guide for Kitty Pryde. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and on to the next one. Bye bye.